What is up, guys? Stu here. Next up from this year's London Film Festival is one of Netflix's many hopefuls that they've got at the festival this year. There's a butt ton of them, but it's also one I was very anticipated to see. It's The King, which is the latest one from David Michôd, and I don't need to explain to you why I was excited for this one if you know anything about it. It's Timothée Chalamet with a British accent. Come on, guys, I wasn't not going to see this one. If you've seen any of my reviews before, you'll know I'm well on board that Timmy train. Goodness gracious. Plow that. I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop before I go too far with that one. Which is why it makes me all the more upset to sit here and say, I was very disappointed by this one. Not a great film, really. If you've not heard anything about this one, it's very loosely based on Shakespeare's Henry V works, I think. I'm probably getting it wrong. And it's about a young king who's kind of thrust into power reluctantly, and how he deals with said power. And it's a strange one, this, because I'm conflicted in many different areas. It's a film of two halves for me. The first half of those being an incredible slog to get through, much like the mud that the characters in the film find themselves getting into. Thank you very much. But it felt incredibly dull, uninteresting, and tedious to get through for so many different reasons. It doesn't really feel like it's anything new, anything that I haven't seen done better before, and it's not helped by performances which, I mean, they're not terrible performances, but no one is really doing anything other than just sort of whisper at each other in dark, shadowy places. It's captivating for all of about 10 minutes, and then it kind of gets a bit samey. There are things I enjoyed about the first half. Joel Edgerton's performance I thought was great, and actually is great through the whole film, and it's really good looking, so it's got that going for it. But this first half ultimately just felt uninteresting to me. They waste Ben Mendelsohn, for God's sake. They waste Ben goddamn Mendelsohn. I shouldn't come out of a film thinking Ben Mendelsohn was one of the worst parts of it. I just shouldn't. But about halfway through this one, things started to slightly change, and I found myself almost kind of clicking with what it was going for. And I don't think that's any surprise that that exact sort of switch just happens to come after they move away from all of this kind of, oh, I don't want to be the king drama, and then gets into, actually, you're the king, you're gonna have to fucking do some shit here. We get into juicier politics, more battle stuff, there's loads of sieges, and I enjoy seeing the tactics behind this sort of eras. I kind of found myself going, you know what, I'm enjoying this, I'm having a good time now. Timmy's performance comes much more into his own here, and overall, through the whole thing, he was good. He was good. If you can sense a little bit of disappointment in my voice, it's because it is there. He didn't blow me away like I wanted him to. And we got to talk about that accent. I mean, it worked, I guess, on the whole, but it is a little bit all over the place. There are scenes where it doesn't work, and there are scenes where it definitely does work. But I've got to be completely honest here. As a die-hard Timothée Chalamet fan, I found myself thinking, why not just cast a British dude? Just cast a British dude in this role. It's kind of like that with a lot of the roles here. Just cast the person who has the actual accent here. Another case in point, Robert Pattinson, who you're going to hear a lot about from this film. Robert Pattinson plays the French enemy in this, and he has a French accent, and it's, let's say, John Cleese in Monty Python's Holy Grail. It's that level. But weirdly for me, I think it actually worked for his character strangely quite well here. It's almost like he's this film's knight in shining armour. He's ridiculously over the top, but god damn it, did I enjoy it. And like I said, as soon as everything moves away from England and we get past Timmy sort of moping around, whispering to everyone, all of the characters and all the performances just seem to work a little bit better. They all seem to click a little bit more together. And I undeniably started to find myself getting quite into it. I mean, when the battle sequences come in this film, yeah, I'm in there, man. I'm fully in there. And those are definitely some of the strongest parts of this film. The battle sequences in this are gritty, uncomfortable to watch, and that is exactly how any battle sequence set in this time period should come off. That being said, though, it's just Battle of the Bastards, isn't it? It is just Battle of the Bastards. If you've ever watched a Game of Thrones episode, and certainly if you've ever seen the Battle of the Bastards episode of Game of Thrones, you can't know exactly what you're going to expect here. And so all the time I'm going, wow, this is an awesome fight sequence, I'm also at the back of my head going, I've seen this in Game of Thrones, so where do we go from here? So again, it's a shame that things that I started to enjoy about this film, I can't necessarily say it's 100% new ground. It's treading stuff that we've seen tread before, dare I say, seen done better. So when I came out of this one, I can't help but feel disappointed. I liked certain elements of it. I didn't like a lot of other elements of it. So I'm conflicted. I enjoy it. I'm not going to be rushing back to see it anytime soon. But it's out on Netflix, I think next month, some point in November. So I definitely recommend checking it out if you think you're going to be into this sort of thing. For me, it's probably one of my first big disappointments of the festival, and that kills me. But best believe I've not fallen off that Timmy train. Oh no. Timmy looks good in this film. I'm a straight dude, but he's doing something here. He's doing something. Didn't know if I'd be a fan of the haircut, but But what about you guys? Have you seen The King? Are you excited to check it out when it finally drops on Netflix? Let me know whatever you thought in the comments down below. We'll have a little discussion down there. As usual, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see me talk about more shit, go ahead and click subscribe, hit the notification bell, because as you may have seen, I'm doing a film review every day from the festival, and we've got a whole butt ton to get through. So yeah, don't make sure you're missing any. What? My words have gone. Make sure you don't miss any by clicking subscribe. There we go. See you guys tomorrow for some more film reviews. But until next time, stay beautiful, mother truckers.